The Great Danger: How Only 1,000 Survivors Avoided the Extinction of Humanity. Welcome to our channel, where we discover the secrets and wonders of prehistory. Today we dive into a fascinating topic that reveals how our species rose to the top of the food chain and how our survival was shaped over millions of years. Let's imagine a world very different from the one we know today, with the human population reduced to a small fraction of what it is today. Currently, we are more than 8 billion people, distributed throughout the planet and living in complex networks of ecosystems and societies. But this reality is the result of a long evolutionary journey full of challenges and adaptations. Many millennia ago, early humans were not the dominant predators we are today. Instead, our ancestors were just one of many species struggling to survive in a hostile and unforeseen environment. Life then was a constant fight against predators and harsh weather conditions. How do we achieve super predator status and dominate the world? This is the central question of our video today. Through recent studies, we have discovered that the path to human mastery has been full of challenges. We have faced various dangers throughout our history, but it was our ability to adapt, intelligence and innovation that allowed us to thrive and evolve. In this video, we will explore the evolution of humans, the characteristics that set us apart, and how these changes have impacted our role in the food chain. Let's examine not only how we got to the top, but also how this dominant position shaped our environment and transformed life as we know it. Prepare for a trip down memory lane as we unravel the mysteries of human ascension and what it means to be at the top of the food chain. Stay with us and discover the extraordinary story of how humans became the masters of the planet. Now, let's imagine a scenario about 900,000 years ago in which the human population was on the brink of collapse. A new genetic study has revealed a surprising and dark chapter in our history, a period when our predecessors faced the threat of extinction. During the Pleistocene, one of the most critical times in prehistory, our predecessors faced an existential crisis. The study, carried out by scientists from different parts of the world, revealed that around 99% of the human population at that time disappeared. This catastrophic event left only around 1,000 survivors, a surprisingly low number that highlights the magnitude of the adversity he faced. The big question is, how do we overcome such a devastating challenge? The answer lies in our incredible ability to adapt. These few survivors were able to adapt to extreme and harsh conditions, which was crucial for the continuation of the species. Using advanced techniques such as ancient DNA analysis and fit charcoal, scientists have reconstructed the landscape of life in that critical period. They studied the genomes of thousands of modern people to understand how the ancestral population was reduced to so few individuals, and how this reduction affected genetic diversity. The impact of this near extinction not only affected the number of individuals, but also our genetics. The loss of genetic diversity resulted in increased inbreeding, an effect that still influences our genetic inheritance. However, this difficulty may also have triggered evolutionary adaptations that helped our species thrive and expand across the planet. This near-apocalyptic event in our history not only highlights the fragility of our species, but also highlights the resilience and ability to adapt that were fundamental to our survival. It is a powerful reminder that even in the most desperate circumstances, life finds a way to move forward and flourish. Follow us as we explore how these events shaped our evolution and what they mean for our understanding of the past and present. In the intricate world of ecosystems, human domination ***. Amid the complexity of ecosystems, humans occupy an exceptionally dominant position. We are currently at the top of the food chain, which puts us far from the natural predators that threaten our survival. But how do we achieve this level of supremacy? To understand how we got to this point, we must explore the characteristics that brought us here. Intelligence is one of these fundamental characteristics. Since the earliest times of humanity, our ability to think, plan, and solve problems has been crucial. The creation of tools, which evolved from simple carved stones to today's sophisticated technology, was a milestone that differentiated us from other species. These tools made hunting and gathering easier, while transforming the environment around us and expanding our capabilities. Another essential factor was our ability to communicate and cooperate. Effective communication allowed our predecessors to organize hunts, coordinate activities, and share knowledge. This led to the formation of more complex societies where cooperation and division of labor became vital. Working in groups not only helped capture larger, more dangerous prey, but also allowed communities to overcome challenges and access resources inaccessible to isolated individuals. Furthermore, agriculture and animal domestication were transformative. We went from hunter-gatherers to food producers, generating an abundance of resources that allowed the growth of larger, more stable populations. The ability to produce food consistently was a crucial point in our evolution. Advances in medicine and technology have also had a significant impact. Reduced mortality from disease and predators has increased our security and dominance over other species. The discovery of fire, the construction of shelters, and the production of clothing allowed humans to inhabit practically all environments on the planet, overcoming natural and climatic barriers. In short, our position at the top of the food chain is the result of a unique combination of intelligence, technological skills, social organization, and the ability to shape the environment. These characteristics have not only ensured our survival, but have also given us the power to transform the world in profound and lasting ways. Our dominant position is a testament to our adaptability and the impressive evolutionary journey we have been on. Challenges and climate change. Now, let us explore a crucial chapter in our evolutionary history, the period of great challenges posed by climate change. About 800,000 years ago, our predecessors faced one of the most tumultuous and formative times in our evolution. During this period, the Earth suffered profound climate changes that drastically affected the environment and the species that inhabited it. Our predecessors encountered increasingly adverse conditions, and climate change created an extremely difficult scenario for survival. These challenges were not just isolated events. They were prolonged changes, which included intense glaciations and great droughts that affected vast areas of the planet. These conditions forced our predecessors to adapt quickly to survive in an ever-changing world. The impact of these changes was profound. With food and natural resources scarce, our predecessors had to find new ways to obtain food and adapt their survival strategies. The ability to control fire, a milestone in human evolution, became even more vital in this context. Fire helped protect against predators and provide heat, as well as allowing food to be cooked, making it more nutritious and safer. Building shelters and making clothing were also crucial. These technological advances have allowed humans to protect themselves from extreme conditions and inhabit a greater variety of environments, from frozen regions to hot, arid areas. At the same time, this period of adversity accelerated our evolution. The demographic bottleneck, which represented a drastic decline in the population of our predecessors, may have led to significant changes in our genome, such as the fusion of chromosomes and the emergence of new traits. This process of natural selection and adaptation has helped shape our species to face adversity and thrive in a changing world. This critical period highlights humanity's resilience and capacity for innovation. Despite extreme challenges and climate change, we have managed to not only survive, but also evolve and expand. Reflecting on these critical moments in our history reveals how these changes have shaped our evolution and prepared us for future challenges. Continuous adaptation to an ever-changing world is a fundamental part of our identity and our evolutionary journey. Impact of population reduction on human evolution. Let's explore the significant impact of a critical event in our evolutionary history, the population collapse that occurred about 930,000 years ago, and its implications for human evolution. This event, known as the demographic bottleneck, is one of the most fascinating and revealing moments in our history. During this period, the population of our human predecessors dropped dramatically to fewer than 1,000 individuals. Imagine the magnitude of this event. A species that had begun to expand across different regions of the planet, using simple tools and developing survival skills, was almost extinct. The loss was so great that more than 98% of the population disappeared. The impact of this collapse was profound and had lasting consequences for our evolution. With the population reduced to such a small number, the genetic diversity of the species has also been severely affected. This reduction caused an increase in inbreeding, where individuals were forced to mate with each other due to a shortage of partners. This phenomenon has had lasting effects on our genetic heritage, resulting in less diversity among survivors. However, this period of crisis also had a crucial evolutionary effect. The intense pressure to survive in a hostile environment accelerated evolution, causing significant changes to our genome. For example, a major chromosomal fusion occurred, which is a feature still visible in our modern DNA. These changes helped shape our species to meet new conditions and challenges. Furthermore, this bottleneck may have been a catalyst for the emergence of new human species. Some scientists suggest that this critical event helped distinguish Homo sapiens from other species, such as Neanderthals and Denisovans, who were also evolving. Through this period of adaptation and survival, our predecessors developed characteristics that made them the dominant species, able to expand and thrive in a variety of environments. The recovery of the population began about 800,000 years ago, when the number of individuals grew again to reach about 30,000. This gradual growth allowed the species to expand and colonize new areas, taking advantage of the adaptation that had occurred during the critical period. This event not only illustrates the vulnerability of our species, but also highlights the incredible resilience and adaptability that define humanity. The ability to overcome such a devastating crisis and evolve to become the dominant species on Earth is a testament to the strength and innovation that characterize our evolutionary journey. As we reflect on this event, we see how moments of crisis can trigger profound and lasting changes. The adaptability and resilience demonstrated during this critical period is what has allowed humanity to not only survive, but also thrive and shape the world around us. The role of genetic diversity and adaptation in human evolution. Let's explore the importance of genetic diversity and how it influenced human evolution, especially during and after the critical population collapse our species faced about 930,000 years ago. This pivotal event profoundly shaped our genetics and evolutionary path. When the human population was reduced to fewer than 1,000 individuals, the genetic diversity of our species suffered a drastic drop. The shortage of individuals available for reproduction led to an increase in inbreeding, meaning that the few survivors bred with each other. This phenomenon has had significant and lasting effects on our genetics. Effects of reducing diversity. The reduction of genetic diversity has profound implications. In a small population, genetic variability is limited, which can increase vulnerability to disease and reduce the ability to adapt to environmental changes. However, it can also lead to a more intense process of natural selection, in which only the most adapted individuals survive and transmit their characteristics to subsequent generations. During this bottleneck period, intense selective pressure helped accelerate the evolution of traits that were advantageous for survival. For example, changes to our genome, such as chromosome fusion, may have occurred, making it easier to adapt to new environmental conditions and challenges. Adaptation and evolution. The ability to adapt is a central characteristic of human evolution. After the demographic crisis, population recovery was again marked by an increase in genetic diversity, as new groups of individuals colonized different regions and mixed their genes. This increase in genetic diversity was crucial to strengthening our species, allowing a better response to environmental changes and future challenges. Impact on the evolution of the human species. The low genetic diversity during the critical period also had an impact on the evolution of different human species. The species that survived this crisis, possibly Homo sapiens, was able to expand and diversify even further. This diversification led to the emergence of different human groups that eventually interacted and mixed. Adaptation to new environments and conditions has caused humans to develop a wide range of characteristics, from cultural and technological skills to physical modifications. These advances helped our species spread across all continents and become the dominant species on the planet. Reflection on diversity. Today, reflecting on the impact of genetic diversity reminds us of the importance of variability within populations. Diversity not only strengthens species against threats and change, but is also an essential factor in our ability to innovate and survive. The history of our evolution shows how diversity and adaptation are intertwined, and how they have been fundamental to our success as a species. In summary, genetic diversity plays a crucial role in human evolution, especially after critical events such as the demographic bottleneck. It allows our species to adapt, evolve and thrive in an ever-changing world, ensuring our survival and success throughout history. Since the dawn of humanity, our ability to survive and thrive has been profoundly influenced by technological advances and social cooperation. These two factors were crucial in transforming early humans into a dominant species, capable of facing and overcoming the most severe challenges. At the beginning of our evolutionary journey, technological advances began with the first stone tools. These rudimentary tools allowed our predecessors to hunt more effectively, build shelters, and manipulate the environment around them in ways other species could not. Over the millennia, these tools evolved into increasingly sophisticated technologies, playing a key role in the adaptation of humans to different environments and challenges. Fire control was a particularly transformative technological advance. Not only did it offer warmth and protection from predators, but it also made cooking possible. Cooking food made it more nutritious and easier to digest, which had a significant impact on the health and survival of early humans. This mastery over fire allowed humans to settle in diverse habitats, little by little expanding their territory and exploring new regions of the planet. In addition to tools and fire, building shelters and making clothing were equally essential. Early humans learned to build structures that protected them from the elements and to create clothing suitable for facing extreme weather conditions. These innovations have been fundamental to our ability to live and thrive in different parts of the world, from the frozen regions of the north to the desert areas of the south. However, technology alone was not enough. Social cooperation has played a crucial role in our evolution. The ability to work in groups has allowed humans to face challenges that would have been impossible to overcome individually. Hunting large animals, building shelters, and organizing daily activities depended on effective collaboration among community members. The division of labor is a clear example of how social cooperation has benefited our species. By specializing in different tasks, individuals were able to focus their skills and efforts on specific areas, increasing the efficiency and effectiveness of the group as a whole. This social organization was vital to overcoming environmental and predatory challenges, allowing human communities to become more cohesive and adaptable. The invention of agriculture and the domestication of animals represented another important technological advance. The transition from hunter-gatherers to food producers transformed the way humans interacted with the environment. Agriculture allowed for the creation of more stable and complex societies, with a constant supply of food that supported larger populations and allowed civilizations to develop. The domestication of animals, in turn, provided food, transportation, and assistance in agricultural activities, facilitating the expansion and organization of human societies. These technological advances and social cooperation have not only helped humans survive critical periods, but have also been fundamental to our global expansion and dominance. The combination of technological skills and social collaboration has allowed humans to adapt to a wide range of environments and overcome immense challenges throughout their evolutionary journey. Therefore, the history of our species is a testament to the importance of innovation and collaboration. Technological advances and the ability to work together have been pillars that have sustained our survival and success, allowing humans to become the dominant species on the planet and shape the world in profound and lasting ways. As we move towards understanding the evolution of our species, it is fascinating to explore the impact of agriculture and animal domestication on the transformation of human societies. These two technological milestones not only redefined the way we lived, but also shaped the trajectory of human development. Before the agricultural revolution, humans were essentially hunter-gatherers. Our societies were nomadic and moved from one place to another in search of food. This way of life had its own advantages, such as a varied diet and the ability to quickly adapt to changes in the environment. However, it also had limitations, such as dependence on natural resources that were not always abundant or predictable. The invention of agriculture, which began about 10,000 years ago, was a watershed moment. Early farmers discovered they could grow plants and domesticate animals, creating a more stable and predictable food supply. With the ability to produce food on a large scale, human societies were able to establish permanent settlements. Agriculture allowed the growth of towns, cities, and, eventually, complex civilizations. The development of agriculture brought with it a series of significant changes. First, agricultural practice led to greater population density. With a steady supply of food, communities were able to support larger populations, which in turn encouraged specialization of labor. People were able to engage in different functions, such as crafts, trade, and administration, rather than focusing exclusively on food production. The domestication of animals complemented agriculture in many ways. Domesticated animals, such as cattle and horses, were used to assist in agriculture, providing additional labor to plow fields and carry loads. Additionally, the domestication of animals provided a constant source of food, such as meat, milk, and eggs, as well as other resources such as wool and fur. These changes have also had a profound impact on the social structure of human societies. The formation of sedentary communities and the specialization of labor led to the emergence of distinct social classes, organized trade, and eventually the creation of complex political and legal systems. The need to organize and manage larger, more complex societies led to the development of social institutions and norms that shaped everyday life. Over time, agriculture and animal domestication transformed the economy and culture of human societies. The ability to store food led to the creation of surpluses, which could be exchanged or stored for the future. This has enabled innovation and advancement in many areas, from technology to the arts and sciences. However, the transition to a farming life was not without challenges. The cultivation of land and the domestication of animals brought new diseases and increased the risk of famine in case of poor harvests. Furthermore, sedentary living has created new social demands and tensions, including issues of property and resource management. Despite these challenges, agriculture and animal domestication played critical roles in the formation of modern societies. They enabled the development of complex, interconnected civilizations that shaped the trajectory of human history in ways that still resonate today. The impact of these innovations continues to be evident in our daily practices, from the way we eat to the structure of our communities. In short, the invention of agriculture and the domestication of animals were decisive milestones in the history of humanity. These innovations not only transformed the way we lived, but also laid the foundation for the development of the complex societies we know today. Based on these advances, humanity was able to expand its borders, create diverse cultures, and face the challenges of a constantly changing world. As we delve deeper into the study of human evolution, one of the most intriguing topics is the drastic population decline our predecessors faced about 930,000 years ago. This event, known as a genetic bottleneck, had a profound impact on our species and played a crucial role in our evolution. During the Pleistocene, our ancestors began to spread across different regions of the planet. They walked upright and used simple stone tools, technology that made hunting and gathering easier. However, a catastrophic event nearly wiped out the human population. Recent genetic studies have revealed that, during this period, more than 98% of the population of our ancestors became extinct, leaving only about 1,000 individuals. This near-extinction event not only dramatically reduced human numbers, but also had profound implications for our genetics and evolution. Scientists have been trying to understand what caused this huge population decline. Evidence suggests that major climate changes may have played a crucial role. Prolonged glaciations and major droughts could have affected vast regions of the planet, creating extremely difficult conditions for survival. The few human groups that survived had to contend with an unforgiving environment, and this intense environmental pressure may have accelerated the evolution of some essential traits. This genetic bottleneck has had a significant effect on the genetic diversity of humans. With such a small population, inbreeding, crossbreeding between genetically close individuals has become more common. This resulted in a loss of genetic diversity that is still visible today. The lack of diversity may have made the population more vulnerable to disease and other environmental pressures. However, it may also have contributed to rapid evolution in response to the challenges survivors faced. During this critical period, selective pressure may have accelerated the evolution of traits that helped the species adapt and survive. For example, some researchers suggest that chromosome fusion, which resulted in a reduced number of chromosomes compared to other primates, may have occurred during this time. This chromosome fusion is one of several genetic changes that contributed to the development of modern human characteristics. The recovery of the population was a gradual process. After the crisis, the human population increased slowly, reaching around 30,000 individuals after approximately 800,000 years. This growth was possible thanks to the ability to adapt and technological innovation, such as fire control and the construction of more sophisticated tools. Improved climatic conditions may also have favored population expansion, with the availability of more food resources and a less hostile environment. The impact of this bottleneck on human evolution cannot be underestimated. The extreme population reduction and subsequent genetic changes helped shape our species in ways we are still discovering. The event highlighted the vulnerability of human beings, but also highlighted our capacity for resilience and adaptation. In fact, the descendants of the few survivors from this period spread throughout the world, resulting in the global population of more than 8 billion people we know today. This critical moment in our evolutionary history serves as a reminder that even in the face of immense challenges, adaptability and innovation can ensure long-term survival and success. By studying this period, we learn more about the forces that shaped our evolution and the characteristics that allowed us to thrive in an ever-changing world. In short, the near extinction of our predecessors some 930,000 years ago was a pivotal event in human history. While it represented an immense challenge, it was also a catalyst for the evolution of traits that helped our species adapt and thrive. This event highlights the complexity of our evolutionary journey and the importance of resilience and innovation in our history.